Welcome to the Absolute Dog Sex in a Squirrel podcast. I'm Lauren Langman. I'm one of the world's leading dog trainers, and it's my mission to help owners become their dog's top priority. In each episode, you'll discover how to gain trust and communicate with your dog like never before, creating unbreakable bonds that make you the most exciting part of their world.
Cavaletti, oh my God, it's actually one of my favourites, and it really is a favourite for me because I've watched and I've seen and I've been firsthand sort of part of seeing a dog develop not only in their brain, not only in their body, but also in their concept training, I suppose, of confidence and problem solving and resilience and mental toughness. Like, I love Cavaletti. I couldn't love it anymore.
No,
you?
No, it's brilliant. It's amazing. And it's a really cool one to watch where a dog is at, I think. Some dogs pick it up really quickly, and other dogs really test your teaching ability, I would suggest.
Absolutely, and your resourcefulness and your flexibility and your
break things down.
And you really have to break it down, don't you?
Dogs literally break it down.
And I'm thinking also, I've used it in lots of different circumstances, but I'm thinking back to when we filmed Cavaletti, and we were filming with Tokyo, actually, our late dog, and he wasn't right. He was confidence circuits, actually. He wasn't right on a sort of a Cavaletti grid. He was off a beat on a confidence circuit or a Cavaletti beat. And it can also help you with gait analysis. Yeah, it can also help you with looking at sort of spinal flexibility. It can also help you at looking at how you might strengthen and condition an athlete, but also how you might look after an older dog or a geriatric dog, or give them something to think about. I suppose similar to when you're in a residential home and there's lots of different puzzles to solve. Effectively, it's another puzzle.
Yeah,
right.
Definitely. Yeah, and being able to pick up. Well, Cavaletti is going to be one of the first kind of rehabby type things. Somebody like a vet's going to give you or something if your dog has an injury. It's going to be one of the main things. So making sure that your dog is fit and able to do it, and not learning it as they
need to know it before there's a problem, don't they? They need to know it before they've got a problem. And I'm thinking Brave. So Brave, for those of you that don't know, Brave is my Border Collie. She had a spinal accident. The spinal accident was pretty horrific. It was just sprinting across a field, and she went sprinting across that field and bang, was down. Rehabbing her back to walking. I was talking to a lovely friend, Tanya, I don't know if you remember, with her lovely spaniel that had IVDD, and they still haven't got her walking, which is just traumatic. It's really traumatic, and that's 6 months in. With Brave, she actually was back to walking within about 4 weeks. And so as much as when anyone sees her, you might think she's a little bit drunk looking, she's ataxic, it would be the description of it. She actually is very, very good. Like she can go to the toilet standing and squatting rather than having to be effectively made to go to the toilet, which will be what some dogs are living when they're in any sort of spinal case. And sometimes they do get full use again, and sometimes they don't. But what I'm thinking when I think back to Cavaletti is Cavaletti, she knew it way before. So when she started to come back into it, although her leg wasn't working, you could see that her brain was going, I remember this. Yeah. So her brain remembered it, but her leg didn't work because she has no feeling in her back left leg, or very little feeling, and no deep pain response that we can see really. And so I think that I'm grateful she already knew it before she ever needed it.
Definitely. And I think that I would be grateful that all of my guys know it if anything was to happen.
It's there, isn't it?
It's there. The foundations are there. And I think them just having the ability to be able to do that, and then if you, like you said with Tokyo, picking up those tiny little things you can just pick up, and it wasn't like he was lame. You didn't see it. You didn't see it out. You couldn't see it was out walking or anything like that. It was only within that.
You'd see like a hitch.
That you picked it.
You'd see like a hitch, and you'd go, you just look off a beat, or you just hitch there. Incredible, really, that you could spot it that easily. Now, thinking through the types of dogs that you think Cavaletti helps or it suits, who does it suit?
Oh my God, everybody, definitely. I think throughout the badge we mention how to adjust it for like if it was like an older dog or if it was like a really teeny tiny dog and stuff. We've got lots of little ideas that we can make it so it's workable for those guys. And yeah, for any dog, for puppies, you can start doing the foundation training straight away because that will help you leaps and bounds in the future then, won't it?
Now, what is Cavaletti? Cavaletti? Like, let's just actually answer, what is it? For someone listening, they're thinking, Cavaletti sounds like some sort of spaghetti, sounds like something you might eat in Italy. What actually is it?
I think Cavaletti, I think I Googled it, but don't quote me, but I think it means little horse. So it came from the horse world.
Nice. Yeah. Carry on. I'm going to go read it.
Read it.
Keep going.
Google it just in case.
No, keep going. You're good.
So it means little horse, and it came from the horsey world. So it was all to help horses with their gait. It then filtered through to the dog world. So sports, I would say, it's more of a come from that area. But I think that Cavaletti should be an every dog, and like we've said, with the naughty but nice dogs, it's amazing for them being able, like a dog that's reacting to their environment, for them to be able to float through Cavaletti. It's one massive work on their dimmer switch, so them being able to control their level of arousal,
like huge,
and just being able to have more proprioception, have more flow to their movement, so they're kind of not so erratic, because sometimes with reactive dogs you just get a constant of that kind of reactive motion within their body, isn't it? Like jagged
reactive motion that kind of hits the same place as the emotion, doesn't it often?
Yeah.
Cavaletti work involves a series of raised obstacles, usually poles, to improve balance, coordination, strength. These exercises are designed to enhance various aspects of training, including rhythm, suppleness and stride. It challenges balance, forcing it to adjust at times with the steps and maintain stability over poles. Strengthens muscles, top line, particularly back, legs and overall athleticism. The exercises encourage them to stretch through their body, improving suppleness and range of motion, helps them develop proper form, brilliant for transitions, great for novelty, brilliant mental stimulation, keeps them engaged, helps to keep the interest in training processes, incorporates changes in gait, incorporates changes in speed, incorporates changes in direction. Literally massive. Riders can also work, this is a horse one. So riders can also work with Cavaletti to improve their own balance. Is used for equestrian disciplines, including dressage, show jumping and eventing. So if we translate that for dogs, I mean, there's loads
for yacht mechanics, then like your dog training mechanics. Also a massive one for dogs, I was going to say horses then, a massive one for dogs is forward focus and task focus, keeping them focused on a task. And it is something, like I wouldn't take I probably have taken a full set of Cavaletti out on the moors, but we've
got to be Jamie.
Weirdo up the moors. You've got to have there's some exercises within the badge that are just a couple of 4 cones and 2 poles, and you can take that out and about with you, and again that's screaming to your dog that is this is what we've done at home, this is what I can do here, and it's amazing to watch. It's amazing to watch one of my naughty but nice dogs. That was one of the exercises that I took up the moors, and there was some sheep outside the van, and it was just like, do I get you out now or not? Because I'd trained the others because they were all coping with the sheep, but she does like sheep. Getting her out and then doing
just working on the game she knows, but with the struggle around.
And she was amazing.
I think that's it, isn't it? It actually gives them a task to focus on. Now looking here, it's like straight lines, curves, grids, combination exercises. That's all of what we do, isn't it? And when I listen to this, I'm like, oh, I want to do more of it. But we actually do it most days. Like we do it most days here. And I think that's really important to acknowledge that this is something our dogs do a huge amount of. Now, what would be one of your light bulb moments in training Cavaletti? And I'm going to give you one of mine, and you've got a minute to think on it. And one of mine was, my dog was missing their contact in agility, and she was regularly missing her contact in agility. Her name's Wild, and her movement was off. And so my light bulb moment was to move the Cavaletti down next to the dog walk to remind her of the movement pattern that I wanted. And the movement pattern I wanted was split feet. I moved her down with Jamie. I said, look, Jamie, she can do it great upstairs, but we need to move it down to the next to the dog walk. She needs to be able to do this in the arena. And lo and behold, she couldn't do it in the arena, could she? What had changed? It was her arousal. Her arousal was through the arena roof, and the arena roof is tall. And so it was saying it was a tall order to ask her to focus in that environment. The big thing I would suggest and I would say with her and the Cavaletti was that also took a good couple of weeks to work through.
Yeah.
It wasn't
breaking
like
it down to small sections.
I mean, it's not dissimilar to, I'm going to give the example just because it's very relevant to me, so sorry to take over for a second, but this morning I walked out in the woods. It was tipping down. Oh my God, it was tipping down. It was bitter and horrid and tipping down. Anyway, walking out, and the dog's doing great, brilliant lead work, absolutely gorgeous. I've got 4 dogs off lead, 1 dog on lead, you can guess. And I turn around to go home and flip that dog toes. And she is on a toe, and I'm like, I really don't have time to start, walk you now and do all my stroking of the lead and playing around and fiddling and doing pressure. I want to pick her up and put her under my arm and run home. And yet I know it's the wrong thing to do, but I also know letting her toe is the wrong thing to do and go canny cross, which is what she'd like to do. She'd like to go canny cross, like clip her on the back clip and say mush. And it's the same thing. It's the arousal sometimes in certain circumstances or spaces will take over. Hers is heading home. So when she's heading home, for whatever reason, I think it's probably that she thinks she's going to go to the barn to do agility. Yeah. I think it's always in her head that even though we've never done agility, soaking wet and after a walk out in the moors or out on the bridle path. Optimistic, or ever the optimist. So I suppose it's the same thing. The change in the arena, the change in the scenario, the change in the place that you're training them, I think makes a really, really big difference. What's been one of your light bulb moments?
So I think in the beginning when I started doing Cavaletti, I was focused on having 6 poles out and feeding in between the poles, which there's nothing wrong with that. You're building up confidence within the poles. But what I kind of thought afterwards was, or what I've learned along the way, is actually playing around with your end articles is just as important as building confidence through. So sometimes, I don't know, sometimes you miss those things with training. Sometimes you're so focused on or what someone's told you to do or the task, and actually you might be 10 steps backwards. And I was always racing forwards, which is what I tend to do.
Massive, massive, massive learning. I think these light bulb moments are really great. I'm going to give you another light bulb moment. Jamie will give you another one. One of my others was how much you can adapt it to suit different sizes and heights of dogs. And I actually learned this when we were filming the badge for Cavaletti. If you haven't already seen it, try and grab it. I think there's a sale on right now. If there's not a sale on right now, there'll be a sale really soon, or it's worth it anyway. Go and grab it. It's a brilliant, brilliant badge to get hold of. We teach you from 0 to hero, right from the beginning, all the way through. We give you some great, great exercises and a resource where you can look at how you build all of the badge as well. But what I really, really loved is how we adapted. And what you taught me, Jamie, was where I could use the little cones, or where I could flip them on a different side, or where I could actually be probably more resourceful than I thought I could be. Yeah. Like, it was a really good moment for me to realise how
I had some dash hounds staying at one point. I was just like, let's do Cavaletti. And then I got the Cavaletti out and I was just like, oh.
It's like some sort of like grand national hurdle for them, isn't it, when you put it up here?
Oh. And I didn't want to leave the poles loose on the ground because I'm going to ask these dogs to kind of go over them within sequence, and I didn't want them to roll on it and hurt any, because obviously we're meant to be doing this for fitness and for confidence, and we don't want to injure anyone.
No dash hound was harmed.
So anyway, I don't know, like an idea light bulb moment was, oh yeah, so if we flip the cones on the side, but still then there was the gapping issue, but it didn't matter because they were just learning it for the first time, and it was just the momentum of going through it. As long as they were low enough for them to step over, that was my main
low
priority.
And secure, wasn't it? We wanted them secure, so it was great.
But then we've got many more ideas to help them with spaces, keeping
like stuff spaces together. Sometimes to make the space less, or there's so many different bits that you're going to love, and you really will love them, and the ideas there. Go on, another light bulb for you.
So Jamie. I think foundations always. To get the fancy stuff, like I loved filming the S-shaped Cavaletti, and I love that, and I love watching them go through it. I love them doing their forward focus. I love the way they weight shift as they turn the corner and they bend away from you. But I tried doing it in the past, and I was just like, it would try to build it up, and then it would, like, you'd go on to do something else or whatever. But after having the foundations far more solid, doing that was easy then. So going back to those foundations and going back to those
foundation.
Confidence that the dogs have to go through that and keep that forward focus, and to bend away from you or push away from you is really cool.
It's brilliant and gorgeous to watch, like the fluidity and the flow. When you watch it, you will love it. Now, for you, favourite dog for like use and purpose, like as in what's the purpose and the use? And I'm going to give an example here. I've used it already. Wild. agility dog, agility top level, so she's Crufts level, so qualify for Crufts at this level. Like, there's no point you going to that event and missing the dog walk. There's no point. Like, let's not go to the event and miss the dog walk, as in to qualify. You're not going to qualify with a missed dog walk, or very, very, very unlikely to. And so for me, I loved using this to remind her how she should move. So it was a reminder of, this is how you move. I absolutely loved it. And for me, it was like a real light bulb. And the more that she could do of it, the more it helped her to understand how to move better. So instead of hopping, so if you've got a skippy dog, often like Jack Russell Terriers, or the way they'll like hold that like little patella leg, these types of dogs, I think Cavaletti is fantastic for. Any dog that skips or bunny hops, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant for. How about you? Like, favorite dog to use it for, or like where you see a real purpose?
Like, generally, just having that, knowing what your dog's normal is, knowing what your dog's normal is.
Yes.
And if then there is something slightly off, being
like
able
that day
to
we saw in Tokyo, we knew straight away. We were like, no, this isn't normal for him.
Definitely. And I think if you know what you're, you know, if you're having fun out in the back garden, doing the Cavaletti, and you know what your dog's normal is, then having, you know, you're that so much far advanced in being able to go, there is something off there. And maybe having the ability to be able to record your sessions as well, because with some dogs, they're very speedy going through it, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, God, Lord Skittle.
And
wild.
Like, I've got a good eye of these things, but even they can, like,
they can hide stuff
unless you slow it down. So having the ability to, one, it's good for your training skills. You can video your mechanics
and review quickly.
Two, you can see what the dog's gait is doing. And three, you've got evidence to show your vet or physio.
Brilliant. Yeah, evidence to show. I often take the video with me to our chiropractor. He might be listening. He's going to be like, oh my God, you're crazy, lady. Because I must send him so many videos, and I must show him so many videos. And for me, that offbeat movement shows me something. It might be tight sartorius. It might be tight hamstring. It might be tight glute. It might be something's a little strained. It might be back is sore. It might be pelvis is out. There's so many things.
Just be at an angle.
Yeah, I mean, give the example of Wild going through recently, because Wild's been a little bit off.
Yeah.
And that could be hormonal. That could be like post-season, because they're a little bit lax post-season. It could be that she's had an injury. It could be that she's just had a bit of a strain. Go on, what have you seen?
So it's just that she goes in at an angle rather than going straight, and that her head is slightly to one side, so she's holding that head a little bit shorter. But again, you'd only be able to see that if you're slowing it down and you're filming from the right angle, where the film
you have to have quite a good eye
in front of
them. Right? Yeah. Like, you'll have to have a good eye. You'll have to have an eye for it, because some people will look and be like, oh, naughty dog, or silly dog, and you're like, no, this is like repeated.
Yeah.
Like, this is something that she's feeling sore in, or she's not able to do and should be able to do. Like, why can't she do it? A bit like when you're having an eye test. You're having an eye test, and they're like, can you read that row? And you're like, no. And they're like, okay, you should be able to do that. So we want to correct your eyes and your vision, and we're going to bring it to this level. That kind of thing. So if we think of in terms of Cavaletti, a couple of real basic training points that you'll want to share some tips. I'm going to give one, and I can give you, you can take the example, Jamie. I would not use the manners minder anymore. And initially, I used the manners minder a lot. And the reason I don't like the manners minder now is that I think it makes them rush. But initially, I loved the manners minder. Yeah. The way we train it through the badge, and the way we train it through Games Club. Maybe you're a Games Clubber, maybe you're a PDT, or maybe you've even got the badge. Hopefully you have. Absolute Dog Store, absolute-dogs.com. Go and check it out. But if I was doing it now via the badge, and the badge teaches this way, I wouldn't use the manners minder, and that's how the badge teaches.
Yeah.
Because I actually don't enjoy the energy it gives me, and I don't enjoy the arousal it gives me.
Yeah. And I think a manners minder would be cool if your dog hasn't got the condition of the response of, I've got to get to that thing as fast as I can.
Yeah.
Or that you've got the patience to train. Actually, we walk to this, but that is really hard training when they have had that
history.
Massive reward for that. So I think that is it can be used, but I just,
if you guys are listening thinking, what's the manners minder, that's fine. Just ignore it. And go on, a couple of tips. They're annoying. Is that we hate this machine.
No, they are good.
couple of top tips, or couple of thoughts on Cavaletti. I'm going to also say, let your dog earn their dinner. Like, let your dog earn their dinner. Play Cavaletti for their dinner. You often do Cavaletti for dinner. And what would be a couple of yours? Yeah, you do. You have fish heads, chicken necks. She's like, no, I'm a vegetarian. Go on, Jamie. What would you say? Top tips?
So I think my top tip would be to stick to the foundations and go through them thoroughly before trying to rush and do the whole set of them as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I really would. Just foundations and build it. And guys, these are good for young dogs, old dogs, rehab dogs, geriatric dogs, dogs who have behavioural issues. Definitely brilliant, like a must for naughty but nice dogs. Why would you train it for naughty but nice dogs? Because I think it's one of my favourite exercises for a naughty but nice dog.
I think it's amazing for them because, as I said, like going through that and having a flow to their movement rather than all of this kind of jerky movement that they tend to have. It's something that you can take out and about with you. So if they're a little bit environmentally reactive towards, take it to a safer environment and work on it there once they've got the hang of it at home. As I said, there's a few exercises in there that is minimal equipment that you could take out and about that would give them lovely task focus. But yeah.
I love also with naughty but nice dogs how much it forces them to problem solve on the job. Because if you think about it, most naughty but nice dogs, the reason they like react or do all the things they do is because they don't know what else to do. And they're actually not that confident in their own decision-making ability to maybe disengage or maybe come and engage with owner or put themselves behind the owner or any of those things. And I was thinking about Katie. Katie's a little bit naughty but nice. We got her at 5 months. She's a lovely dog, actually, really nice natured dog. However, she can be immediately reactive when she spots something new with a bark. And what I've really noticed with her is the more that she's able to make these sorts of decisions, the more she's able to make good decisions on life or in life. And I remember taking to the beach not that long ago, a dog typically charged at her and she just went and shook it off. And I was like, wow, she really shook that off. Like she didn't do anything. She just sort of huffed and just shook, but not a bark, nothing, like a huff, but that was it. And for me, because that's never happened to her in her 4 years of existence, it's never happened, I didn't actually know what that scenario would be, like whether she'd run back after the dog or whether she'd run away or whether she'd be scared or whether she'd pounce on the dog or whatever. And as a good dog owner, you know your dog is under your control, but when another dog comes from nowhere and completely out of sight, you don't necessarily even know what to do other than watch their response and see that you've taught enough skills hopefully for them to handle it. And she really could. And I believe that is through, and she, like, to the point that I'm like, she's pretty social actually when you watch how she handled it, to the point that I actually would almost say, you know what, that's the sort of thing that's made her this. Cavaletti, confidence circuits, confidence hoops. Those are probably her 3 go-tos. If you haven't checked all of them out on the website, on the store, absolute-dogs.com, confidence circuits, confidence hoops, Cavaletti. Those would be real go-tos for naughty but nice dogs for me.
Definitely.
Like a power bundle.
Yeah, they would be amazing.
And then when we think about fitness, Jamie, so now let's move, like shift gears a little. Careful what I say there. So shift gears a little. When we shift gears and we think fitness, how would you say, because you helped me with my programme for Skittle on Cavaletti, how would you say Skittle's muscle has developed? Because her physio is blown away by how much better her muscle is in the last 6 months. The main thing she's done is more Cavaletti. She doesn't have a lot of off-lead walks. Why? Because she's a serious hunter. She does go on lines or flexi leads, and I can let her off anywhere. I just don't want her getting on it regularly. She's just a strong dog regularly. She's got great recall, but I don't want her on pheasants regularly. And I think it's important where we live that she doesn't get loads of exposure. So actually, she's that type, isn't she? She's like the type to go a little sort of hunty, and so I just don't give her loads of exposure to them. Plus, oh my goodness, I've never seen ticks like this season so far. There are so many ticks, and as much as we do everything we can to protect them, I also do not want to put them in the fire. So I tend to be a little bit careful on that. She's a hard hunting dog. And so with her, what does her Cavaletti program look like? Because her Cavaletti, I would say, is probably the most muscle building thing she does. Like she does a lot of muscle building through Cavaletti.
Yeah. So she does, like there's different types of Cavaletti. So it does just look like cones and a pole, but she does an extended Cavaletti where we want to lengthen and elongate the body, and we want her to, I suppose that's working her back muscles and her core a lot more.
Yeah, and really pushes her top line, I think, as well, for good condition.
You're asking them to stretch, aren't you, really, through their stride. So we want the poles nice and low to the ground. You don't ever want there to be any height in that because you want them to be going low. Even with big dogs, you're still having the pole low to the ground. So she does extended Cavaletti. She does a variety of this then throughout the week. So sometimes you'd focus on more curved Cavaletti or tighter bend Cavaletti for more days, and then you would do a couple of days maybe the straight Cavaletti and vice versa, and kind of keep that kind of changing just depending on what we need to build up. When we're doing the straight Cavaletti, when they've got a little bit of height to it, it's a full body workout anyway, isn't it? But
it's massive.
You are asking them to work their glutes and their kind of picky up muscles. People laugh at me when
picky up muscles.
But you're asking them to.
It really is overall core condition, top line. Like it's a bit of everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really is a bit of everything.
Exactly. A bit of everything. And then obviously then when we're doing the curve and the bend, you can ask them to stretch a bit more, or you can ask them to collect a bit more. And then you've got your S-shaped Cavaletti, which is just asking them to like have that independence.
Asking them to do everything. And the best thing with the S-bend is that actually it's a real top end exercise. So you might think you've done loads of Cavaletti, and you might have thought that you've done a lot of what we've talked about, but actually when you get to this one, you'll go, actually I've got more to learn. Like when you watch it, you can see most dogs still need to do more of this.
Yeah, oh gosh, yeah. Even my guys, like they need to do more of this. I don't do this enough with them. So, you know, and there are exercises with that. Like my favourite one at the moment for warm-up is the 2 cones and 2 poles, and you're just asking them to figure of 8 around that. I think it's
a brilliant exercise.
And that's an indoor rainy day game.
To the point though that I also think I should probably take that to dog shows with me.
Yeah.
I should actually have 2 poles and 4 cones and take it to a dog show. I think it's a great one. High five, we can do that.
Yes, do it.
Yes. So guys, Cavaletti, should you get it or should you not get it? Should they sit on the fence?
No.
Don't sit on the fence. No one likes sitting on a fence.
Sit on the fence.
Uncomfortable.
Go get it.
Yeah, go get it. Go and grab it. Have a look at it. If you're part of Games Club, if you do what we do, you're going to love the learning. If you're not part of Games Club and you don't do what we do yet, well, the badge stands alone. So you can actually watch it from 0 to hero. It does stand alone. If you're part of Games Club, there's going to be some extra lessons in there for you. Equally, we love Cavaletti at whatever level. So even if you just start basics, like the 2 cones, 4 cones, 2 poles, and playing around with it, there's a lot you can learn. There's so much fun, and your dog is going to thank you for it, right, Jamie?
Definitely.
They're going to thank you for it. So, guys, that was this episode of the Sexy and Squirrel podcast. We'll see you next week, where we are going to get a little bit tricky with it.